Hey folks, welcome back to the iPhone Roundup Show. I'm your host, Nick the Dude. Thanks a lot for tuning in. On the iPhone Roundup podcast, we find the best games on the iTunes App Store and give you the rundown on what's worth playing each and every week. Support this show by subscribing via iTunes or YouTube. You can also link or embed our show on your blog, Twitter, or Facebook page. This week we're checking out 2 premium games, both from seasoned developers. First up, we check out the iPhone adaptation of the cross-platform smash hit, Peggle. After that, we check out the genre-bending Square Enix title, Vanguard Storm. Let's get right into the reviews. We will see you on the other side. After hitting every platform from the Nintendo DS to the PC, the casual gaming masterpiece Peggle has finally moseyed on over to the iPhone. Thankfully, developer PopCap Games didn't take this opportunity to bork the pure Pegglosity by adding any kind of tilt or motion control malarkey to their signature title. Instead, they've simply translated the experience as uncompromisingly as possible. For the newbies out there, Peggle is a little like the Price is Right game Plinko, minus all those new shiny cars. You line up your shot and drop a silver ball down a maze of pegs, with the goal of hitting every orange peg on the board, hopefully before you run out of chances. Each peg you hit is removed once the ball has fallen to the bottom of the level. You can also get an extra turn if your ball ends up in the catcher that goes back and forth on the bottom of the screen. Obviously not the most complex setup for a video game, but what Peggle lacks in complexity, it makes up for tenfold in addictiveness. The magic formula that PopCap employs here is tons of production value, plus insane attention to detail, plus an art style that makes you ignore all the hours you lost, and it all adds up to equal a game that could lure even your grandmother into its savage addiction. While the PopCap team has done an amazing job porting Peggle over to the iPhone, there is one notable exception. No online play or any online awareness at all. I wouldn't write off online features totally, as they can always add it in with an update to the software. But I was surprised not to see any online leaderboards or even Facebook integration at the very least. There is, however, a dual mode where you can play versus the computer or a friend on the same iPhone. The standard mode is Adventure, where you make your way through all the levels in order, unlocking characters that each offer a different special ability that will help you reach every orange peg. After making your way through the adventure, you unlock the Challenge mode, where you face stricter requirements to beat each level. PopCap has also added some special iPhone-specific features, like tap to zoom for ultra-fine control, and an aiming wheel positioned at the side of the screen so you can keep your finger out of the action area. You can even save replays of your best and craziest shots to impress your friends. Or more likely just embarrass yourself. At $4.99, Peggle dwarfs the cost of most iPhone games, but I can guarantee you will get more than your money's worth out of this amazing title. When I first launched the free version of Vanguard Storm, I quit almost immediately because it launches into a cheesy RPG story before you can even start playing. I don't really search out RPGs, and I'm by no means a Square Enix fanboy. I'm not sure I could even distinguish Cloud from Sephiroth if I had to. Square Enix, by the way, is the developer and publisher behind the Final Fantasy Mega franchise. It was only after I heard Vanguard Storm mentioned on one of my favorite gaming podcasts that I went back to give it another look-see. I was glad I did. Vanguard Storm breaks down like this. There are monsters advancing from left to right on the screen, like a tower defense game, and you have characters you control that are restricted to the right side of the screen and offer different attack patterns and styles. Some magic, some physical, some characters don't attack at all and just aid those that do, either by healing them or by increasing their strength of attack when they're positioned adjacently. If a monster makes it all the way through your defenses to the right side of the screen, the game is over. So it's kind of a puzzle mechanic to figure out where exactly to place your people so you can destroy the entire oncoming horde of creatures. Vanguard Storm's touch-based control scheme and frenetic playstyle seem ideally suited for the iPhone's non-traditional gaming interface and the short burst play mentality of its user base. It's funny that coming from Square Enix, the de facto godfather of role-playing games, that the character progression aspects are the least fleshed out of the game's various mechanics. After each encounter, your characters level up, but the only thing that really improves is the damage you inflict per attack, and even that progression is nominal at best. Adding a few more progression elements such as increased or altered range of attack, different spells, weapons, or maybe even changing your character's appearance would have increased the value and satisfaction of Vanguard Storm immensely. I'm hoping other developers, or maybe even Square Enix themselves, take this concept and really run with it, keeping in mind that the reason that Vanguard Storm works for gamers like me is its immediacy and the hop in, hop out casual feel. Another disappointment was the lack of enemy variety. You would think with such huge libraries of game art, Square Enix could have added value by dipping into their abundant cache of IP. But in general, the enemies are repeated again and again and are mostly too small to even get a sense of. More and bigger boss characters could have also gone a long way toward mixing up the action. For me, Vanguard Storm presents a great mashup of intersecting genres and offers a lot of playtime. However, the $4.99 price point seems a little high when compared to most iPhone games. Be aware that if you do play the free version, there's just enough game to whet your appetite. And if you like it, you're going to want the full version. Alright folks, that's our show for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can get show updates at twitter.com/iPhoneRoundup, and you can email questions, comments, or suggestions to iPhoneRoundup@gmail.com. Also, if you're a developer, you can send promo codes to your game to that same email address, and we may review it on the show. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.